Hello students, good morning. I am Kamlesh B. Sindhi. First of all, want to pay thanks who liked and subscribed my channel. In my previous video of lesson 1, Rise of British Rule in India, we discussed arrival of Europeans and the British to India and how they established their trade center here. Before we go ahead to our lesson, I want to suggest you that all important questions telling by me in these videos write down in your notebook so that you feel easy to your exam time. Here are mainly described two battles. First one is the Battle of Plassey and the second is the Battle of Buxar. Both battles are interdependent and interconnected, so pay attention here, and if any question are telling by me, then write it in your notebook. So now we discuss our first battle, the Battle of Plassey. Sirajuddaulah was ruling over Bengal. So this is Sirajuddaulah, who was ruling over West Bengal at that time. Now come on our next sentence. Due to his impulsive nature, he had some opponent in his state. Here, impulsive means likely to act suddenly and without thinking or done without careful thought. And opponent means a person who disagree with somebody's action or plans and tries to stop them. So due to his impulsive nature, many people oppose him or enemy of him in his state. During this period, the British East India Company built a fortress around the trade center in Kolkata on pretext of a security reason without taking the permission of Nawab. Here, fortress means a large, strong wall that is not easy to attack, and pretext means under the region. Suppose this is the trade center of Britishers and under the region of security the British East India Company make the fortress. Here problem is not this fortress. Actually here problem is that the Britishers prepared this fortress without the permission of Sirajuddaulah. Britishers make or prepare this fortress without the permission of Sirajuddaulah, and Sirajuddaulah is the Nawab of Bengal at that time, and we already discussed that the Sirajuddaulah has impulsive nature, but Nawab Sirajuddaulah destroyed the fortress. So as Sirajuddaulah has impulsive nature, he destroyed the fortress. When this news reached Madras, is that Chennai, a small army of the company led by Robert Clive reached Bengal in order to help the Kolkata trade center. Here indirectly Sirajuddaulah opposed Britishers, so he destroyed the fortress. When this news reached to Madras, that is Chennai, so Britishers were frightened and a small army led by Robert Clive reached in Kolkata to help them. Here we can see the image of Robert Clive. In spite of the army of the East India Company being being strong, they realized that it was not easy to defeat the Nawab's army. Here, in spite of means, despite or without being affected, although British although Britishers have many modern weapons, but Nawab's army was very big and very strong, so Britishers realized that it was not easy to defeat Nawab's army. Here, one thing is noted that the Britishers have many weapons like modern weapons, but the Nawab's army is so strong. So Britishers realized that we cannot fight with the Nawab's army. So now Robert Clive resorted to treachery. Resort means use or make use of, and treachery means fraud. Which type of fraud? Suppose if someone you thought was friend and you share your secrets, but he share your secrets with everyone. So far, defeating the Nawab's army, Robert Clive used to fraud. A A conspiracy was planned in order to defeat the Nawab, in which the Nawab's commander-in-chief Mir Jafar and Seth Ami Chand were coaxed to join. Here, conspiracy means secret plan, and coaxed means requested. So Robert Clive communicated to Mir Jafar and Seth Ami Chand for join them, and offer provide to them that if you join us, we will give you some powers or other benefits, on the pretext that the Nawab is unnecessarily harassing the people. A war was declared at a ground near a village named Plassey. Here, pretext means under the region, unnecessary means more than is needed, and harass means disturb or making stress, and declare means announce. You know very well. So, as Robert Clive was very clever, and he already talked to Mir Jafar and Seth Ami Chand, so both of them was the side of Robert Clive and other sides the Nawab alone. So under the assurance, Robert Clive announced that Nawab is ruling with harassing the people, and the people of Plassey was not pleased with Nawab. So Nawab is unnecessarily harassing the people. So we cannot tolerate this nonsense. So we fight with them. Here the important points are given you in the yellow box, that the Nawab of Plassey, first is that the Nawab of Plassey, the Battle of Plassey was fought on 23rd June 1757 AD. I repeat it, the Battle of Plassey was fought on 23rd June 1757 AD, and second is that the battlefield of Plassey is situated 38 km Murshidabad from Murshidabad, that is in West Bengal. According to the plan, Mir Jafar lost the battle and Sirajuddaulah was defeated, because they already planned that the Mir Jafar in the battlefield so with this plan the Sirajuddaulah also defeated the battle. Due to Robert Clive's treachery, the Battle of Plassey ended in just half a day. Here, one point to be noted that in previous paragraph we read that it is difficult to defeat the Nawab's army because the Nawab's army was so big and so strong. But here, inactiveness of Mir Jafar, the Battle of Plassey was ended in just half a day. The company, as result, got a freehold over 24 parganas. Here, freehold means ownership and pargana means a group of villages. So, as the result of war, as the East India Company had won and they get ownership of 24 group of villages of West Bengal to collect revenue from there. Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal. Thus, the formation of the company rule in India was led with the Battle of Plassey. So, after the war, when Nawab Sirajuddaulah defeated the Mir Jafar made the Nawab of Bengal and the company rule became stronger in India with the Battle of Plassey in 1757. Now we talk about the Battle of Buxar, and the route of this battle is available on the Battle of Plassey. So, in upper paragraph, we learned that as a result of the Battle of Plassey, the Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal. Then a question arises that when both Mir Jafar and Seth Ali Khan was the side of Britishers, then in which conditions or situations the Battle of Buxar took place? So let's start. Battle of Buxar. The Britishers made Mir Jafar the Nawab of Bengal and under different pretext tries to extract plenty of wealth from him. So when Britishers won the Battle of Plassey and as a result Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal, then under different pretext or reasons the Britishers tries to collect the worth from him. Due to their greed to gain more powers, the East India Company managed to dethrone Mir Jafar and made Mir Qasim the Nawab of Bengal. Here, dethrone means remove from power. So, due to their greed, whose greed? The Britishers' greed to collect more and more money from Nawab Mir Jafar of the Bengal, they decided to dethrone Mir Jafar from his post and power, and they made the Nawab of Bengal to Mir Qasim, and now the situation was changed and the powers was came to Mir Qasim from Mir Jafar. Mir Qasim proved to be more ambitious than Mir Jafar, and thus he became a threat for the company. Here, ambitious means eager or hunger of powers, and a threat means danger. Mir Qasim was become more dangerous to company because he was more ambitious and he wanted to capture more area than Mir Jafar, and he don't follow what to Britishers said, and he opposed what Britishers said to him. So Britishers realized that if we keep Mir Qasim, as the Nawab, then whatever we learnt from whatever we earned from Mir Jafar had to lost. So a big twist come to now once again. Here Mir Qasim was removed and Mir Jafar was again made the Nawab. In previous we read that the Britishers removed Mir Jafar and becomes the Mir Qasim as a Nawab, but when they realized that the Mir Qasim was becoming a danger for company, they again made the Nawab to Mir Jafar. Mir Jafar took Mir Qasim took refuge with the Nawab of Awadh. Here in previous lines we already read that the Mir Qasim was very ambitious, so common sensely he not sit quietly, so he takes shelter to the Nawab of Awadh, whose name was not mentioned here, but you can see that in this image Sujauddaulah. See carefully that it is not Sirajuddaulah, it is the Nawab of Awadh Sujauddaulah, and he was the Nawab of Awadh at that time. During this time, the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam had come to Awadh, so all three of them decided to join hands and fight the company unitedly and declared a war. Here, two people already come together, but that time the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam visit Awadh. So now there were three peoples: Shah Alam, who was the Mughal Emperor, Mir Qasim, and Nawab of Awadh. So they all three peoples decided to join their hands. Here join their hands means make friends and fight with company unitedly and thus declared a war. At Buxar, the East India Company fought against the United Army 22nd October 1764, in which the United Army lost. Thus the company got the Diwani rights to Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. Here Diwani rights means to collect the revenue from these states. At the Buxar, the East India Company fought against United Army, and here United Army of means the Mir Qasim, Sujauddaulah and the Nawab of Awadh and the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam. They fought on 22nd October 1764, but they lost the war and company won in this war. So the East India Company got the powers to collect revenue in Bihar, Bengal and Odisha. So our topic, the Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar, has completed in this session, and in next session we will discuss about the expansion of the company rule in India. Thanks a lot for paying attention. Now your homework is write all the word meanings and all important questions which are mentioned in this video or previous video in your notebook.